Hi, you must have noticed that recently we've added this small flag of India out here on the Tradetron website. And now when you click on this drop down, it gives you the ability to switch between countries, which is India and USA. Well, when you switch this, you'll see that there's not a lot that happens on the platform. Pretty much everything stays the same. So in today's video, I am going to give you a sneak peek into Tradetron USA. What are our ambitions in the algo space? What we are planning to bring in the next couple of weeks, and how we will revolutionize algo trading for you and bring the mother of all markets, the US market, to your doorstep so that you can trade in algos without any hassle using Tradetron US as your product. So without any further ado, let's directly get into it. Well, very soon when you switch this toggle from India to USA, you will see that a lot changes on the platform. So let's directly understand what exactly are the changes that we are planning to make. So first of all, let's start with the basics, which is the marketplace. So when you shift to the Tradetron USA marketplace, you will be able to see a ton of different strategies by a lot of different creators, some Indian, some US, but broadly all the strategies that you see out here, these all strategies will basically cater to the US market. So you can subscribe to any strategy that is basically offering algos for US markets. Now, unlike Indian markets, with the US markets, there is no restriction on the visibility of any kind of ROI or returns or the past performance of the algo strategies. So when you come to the Tradetron US marketplace, you will be able to see what is very quickly. You will be able to see what was the ROI of that strategy historically, what have been the trades that have been taken, what was the drawdown, what is the capital monthly fee, and so on. With this data, you will be at a very comfortable position if you would want to subscribe to any strategy or not. Now, a lot of these strategies that you see out here right now, they are strategies that aren't. They are pretty much testing strategies, and they aren't really active as such. But broadly, you get the point that I'm trying to convey. Now, when you subscribe to any strategy, so for example, let's say I subscribe to this strategy out here, the strategy that I subscribe to will basically be visible in the My Strategies section, and you'll be able to get pretty much any strategy that has been subscribed to. So for example, I have this strategy that I have subscribed to from the marketplace from Alpha Street Capital, right? When I deploy this strategy, I will be able to deploy the strategy on paper trading completely free of cost if it is a marketplace strategy. So like you see out here, the strategy can be deployed, and once I deploy this on paper trading, or I deploy any of my own created strategies on paper trading or live, I will be able to have a look at what is happening in that account out here. Now, for any strategy that you deploy, let me reduce the size. For any strategy that you deploy, you will be able to see pretty much everything about that strategy. So one, we are currently working on integrating with multiple brokers. At the moment, we are confident about offering executions with close to 7 different US brokers. We are also live with the data feed of a lot of these instruments. So you can basically choose to deploy strategies which are trading in SPX, which are trading in SPY, and you can also build strategies in stock options on daily expiry as well on the Tradetron US platform. Now, for example, for any strategy that you see, you will be able to get that deployment for that strategy just like you can on the Tradetron regular India page. You'll be able to see what all instruments have been traded. So like you can see out here, on 15th July, the entry was triggered in the SPX options that expire on 18th July, and the put option of 63.20 was basically traded. Now, the beauty about US markets is that US markets gives a ton of liquidity. Like you get options which are at every 10 rupee strike price. So out here you can see 62.55 as one strike price, 62.35 as one strike price. So unlike Nifty and Bank Nifty, where every strike is 100 points away or 50 points away, you can get strikes as close as 10 points. So your precision can be extremely high when you are trading in US markets. With that, the liquidity in US markets, like it is said, US markets are the mother of all market. You get historic data of close to 100 years for the US. You get liquidity which is unmatched in any other market in this world. And with the US markets, you can trade them directly with your brokerage account. And if you don't have an account, we are also enabling Tradetron paper trading for you, so that you can trade directly without any US broker account, and execute your trades to test how your strategies are working in live market in US, which by the way is generally so the timings for US market would generally be around from 5 to 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time to around 1:30 of Indian Standard Time at night. Now, for any strategy that you have created, you will be able to see the stats for that strategy. So your equity curve will be plotted on a daily basis based on the usage and the returns that it is generating. For that strategy, you can see whatever is the capital required, the winning trades, the losing trades, the ROI, the profit percentage, daily summaries, month-wise reports, and so on. Everything that you can see otherwise for your Tradetron account will also be visible here. And at any point while the strategy is running, you can obviously choose to trigger exits in the strategy and then stop the strategy execution or pause it at any point. With that, we are also bringing the advanced strategy creation tool, the tool with which you can build pretty much any strategies of your Indian algo strategies. Those can also be created on the Tradetron US platform. Let me give you a sneak peek into the position builder. So when you are in the Tradetron US platform, you will not see the Indian exchanges. You will mainly see all the US exchanges, of which we currently have Nasdaq Equity, CME, CBO, BATO, and C2OX. Right? We will have detailed videos on what each of these exchanges do, but broadly, to understand, if you want to trade in the options of let's say your regular stocks, the popular stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Tesla, and so on, you will basically choose your BATO as the exchange, and then you will choose the relevant stock options. So for example, I select Apple, and it basically gives me Apple as the underlying, and I can now choose a strike like I do on Tradetron India, or I can choose an ATM strike or select an FX with which I want to trade it. And then I can choose my expiry as, so currently we haven't added the daily expiries, but you will eventually be able to add your daily expiry options, your quantity as per the logics, and so on. And with that, you will be able to build your own algo strategies for your US market trading. So yeah, that was a quick sneak peek into what we are bringing on the Tradetron US platform. We are very excited for this, and very shortly we will be launching this product. So if you are excited, do drop a excited in the comments, and we will do more content about trading US markets, about building strategies, taking your existing ideas and algo strategies onto the US, so that you can offer your strategies to people who can subscribe to it in dollars. How cool is that? Thanks for watching. Until the next video, goodbye.